This is an hour with the Wolfpack. Today is December 4th, 2015. Today we are 2 members short, but we have one member with us, or an extra member, special guest. His name is
JD,
and this is Fano. And we'll start off with JD's topic. What do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about like the Kendrick and J. Cole Black Friday.
Alright.
I just want to talk about like how they released the 2 songs in the Black Friday where everybody goes shopping, I guess, trying to get stuff.
They released songs
that
about
day.
Black Friday?
Yeah,
or
the name
Black
of the song
Friday?
is Black Friday for each one, and it is released on Black Friday.
So what is it about, Black Friday? Or
Okay, well, Kendrick rapped over J. Cole's beat, and then Kendrick then J. Cole rapped over Kendrick's beat also. So then...
So what's your thoughts about it?
I just think that like it was interesting just because they said the big deal about it was that there was already rumors before that they were gonna release an album together, and that's like not like the same, but they're in the same path as on B.I.G. and Tupac, just what they
So didn't what was it, like 50 Cent and someone else do that? Like they released an album at the same
J. Cole
time?
and Kanye? They did it.
Oh yeah, wasn't it 50
No, but
Cent
they're
and
doing
Kanye?
it together. It's a collaboration like Drake did with Future, where they both released an album together, where all the songs were with both of them rapped over them. So J. Cole and Kendrick are basically, it's like 2 singers singing together in the same song.
So it's a collaboration.
Yeah. But what they're saying is like,
So what are they saying?
they're saying that it's gonna be like, in one of the quotes, Kendrick, no, I don't know if it's J. Cole or Kendrick, but they say that in this time and era, they wouldn't want that to happen. It would be like if B.I.G. and Tupac took out an album together. Like, it would just be too intense. Like, it's kind of shit.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, is your thoughts like fuck that? I mean, who are these people to say like they're Biggie and Tupac? Like that's pretty crazy. That's like a bold statement.
Yeah, like they're saying that, no, but basically what he said is that it'll be like, the message was that they were trying to say that they could get killed for doing shit like that.
To saying they're that big or just making out?
No, the message, like the same message that Tupac and B.I.G. had. They're carrying the same message, but it's...
What, about uniting?
Yeah, everything that they stood for. That's what Kendrick and J. Cole stand for.
Well...
I mean,
no.
to assume...
I mean, for what? Alright. No, I get
I'm
what
not
you're
saying they're the same, but I'm just saying that's what they're trying to do.
No, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
the Biggie and the Tupac thing, like, that was all CIA shit. Like, they purposely did that for people to, like, unite, but really in this false advertisement of not uniting together. And it's just like a big old, like, cover-up bullshit scheme.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're trying to say, like, oh, we're these conscious people coming to rap, and we're gonna, like, bring...
good message or whatever.
consciousness back to music, it's kind of like...
It's like, but you're already on the label. Like,
yeah, you're already
talking
getting
about?
paid, you're already making money, and like, you know, it's a little too late. You know, 10, 20 years too
You should
late.
have turned back a little.
Yeah, no, go back a little bit. Like, you went...
Where's the time machine at?
Nah, yeah, they're too, like, nah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that sounds kind of stupid. And, I mean, if they believe they're that conscious, more power to them, then fucking come out with it. Like, that's my thing. Just do it if you believe, like you're that powerful.
Like, don't censor it too much.
No, don't censor at all, because Tupac or Biggie wouldn't. I mean...
That's why they got killed. So if you don't get killed, then you didn't do it right.
No, they didn't... Oh, okay, no, well...
Kinda.
From what I found out, Biggie got killed from P. Diddy to... Because P. Diddy had to sacrifice your best friend and move up into the Illuminati shit.
Well, that's what I thought about.
So that's why Biggie died, and then Tupac died because Suge Knight did the same thing, and he knew about both those guys dying, but then basically allowed it to happen. But then you see where Suge Knight's now. He's in jail and being Babylon, so...
So they betrayed him.
Yeah, they had to move up in the bloodline. But the thing is like what they love is sacrificing, and they weren't going to make those people better.
So what if?
I guess P Diddy made it.
What if J Cole and Kendrick do die? What does that mean? Say if it was to happen, it's just in a scenario, random ass crazy.
So they make the album and they both get killed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, in that dimension, what happens? Or what do you think happens? Obviously, we're
nothing, because no one cares till 10, 20 years later. And even at that point, like, I mean, it's just the thing is...
But it should have been a march going on forever, right? When Tupac died, I would just walk around with the sign. Like,
but here's the reality. You can't, like, you can repeat the past, but the thing is, the past happened for you to do other things. So you can't say, like, oh, I'm going to repeat Biggie and Tupac, and you know, if I do the same things that happen, no, something else is going to happen, regardless.
And also, like, what I'm also saying is, like, what if, like, we all, like, did do, like, we marched, like, because a lot of people care, but not all people marched, right? Come on, if we would all have marched, everybody that cared, do you think the
marched about what? What are you talking about?
Like, just like saying, like, oh, like, this is unfair that they're dead.
That Kendrick Lamar?
No, Biggie and Tupac.
What do you...
Like, what would it, like, you know, when they died, and you said just now, like, oh, but nobody cared when they died. Like, you say nobody cared when they died, right? You're like, they cared 20 years later.
But people accepted the truth of, like, oh, they got murdered, and that's fucked up.
Oh,
like, that's what people accepted.
But do you feel people did enough or no to express that?
That they cared about...
No, to express what happened. You know how they said they were upset about what happened to them, Biggie and Tupac, but do you think people did enough? Because you said, oh, they only cared 20 years later.
Well, I'm saying they only cared 20 years later about the, like, say, like, the conspiracy of it, or like,
It's like a hipster thing to do.
No, it's like what Kendrick Lamar's talking about, like, oh, if you become too popular, you say too much of a movement, oh, they're going to come after you and murder you and basically shut you up. But it's like, you could say they have enough pull and enough knowledge, and they could come up with something that, you know, would wake up a bunch of people who are not aware of a lot of things. That's kind of true. I guess you could say that. They have a fan base. But the reality, if that's going to happen, then, I mean, maybe. True. I mean, but I'm not going to say they're Tupac and Biggie. That's all I'm trying to say. So.
Yeah, that's true. Like Drake and Future trying to maybe... They ain't state that, but...
Drake is trash, and I don't know who the hell this guy Future is, but sounds kind of...
Well, yeah, I think it's too late because he's already in a label. Just like Drake.
I don't know, but he sounds kind of babbling.
Well, that's what I'm saying, he's already too late. He's already on a label.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, know that
I don't know,
means.
like I said, I don't know.
Well, you know what that means. Yeah, no, because Drake is signed to Lil Wayne, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already know that.
So...
It's too late for him to turn back like we said about J. Cole and Kendrick, right?
There's no revolutionary art. Like, there's one guy, I don't know if you listen, but, what's his name? Ab-Soul. Do you listen to that guy? He did, with Kendrick Lamar on, what is their group called? I forgot this group
TD?
called. Huh?
Kendrick Lamar's group? TD?
Yeah. No, the other crew.
Whose crew?
Black Hippie. You know
yeah.
about Black Hippie, though?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Well, anyways, basically, Ab-Soul was in Black Hippie, but Ab-Soul's like first two albums is all about the system and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And so by album 3, he took a while and came out with this album, but then P. Diddy basically was his producer, and I think maybe it was on his label or some shit. But his third album was basically like garbage. It's just all like Babylon, like, I made money now.
So he didn't make the U-turn.
No, he just went back into like, I'm gonna make money.
He wouldn't keep going straight. He kept going straight.
Well, yeah, first he was all like, oh, Babylon sucks and fuck all that shit and being famous is not cool. And then he got famous. He's like, oh, I'm gonna give my dick sucked.
And then they wonder why we don't buy their albums.
Well, yeah, but they're garbage now. So
that's why. And then they wonder why we don't buy their albums. It's like an artist. You're not gonna buy his art if you already know he didn't turn back.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I listened to his music because it was like cool. It's like, wow, like, this guy hip hop and he's like talking about righteous shit. And then
stuff you could relate to.
Yeah, I could relate to it. Then by CD3, like I was excited, and then it became absolute garbage.
So CD3 was like, you knew he didn't make the U-turn.
No, then you had P Diddy and other famous people on his CD, which was pretty whack. And P Diddy's like, oh Solo's eating now. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, Ab-Soul gets to eat food now because P Diddy said so.
You should tweet him that.
No, it's like,
on Twitter
and so I say like you, fuck you, P Diddy, or Puffy, or whatever the fuck your name is nowadays, because you sold out Biggie, you got him murdered, so you can make Ab-Soul CD. So fuck you. That's what I.
He tries to trick us into think that people buy his shit and he's rich.
Well, what the fuck did P Diddy do?
He doesn't sell shit. Let's go ask somebody outside and they'll say, P Diddy, what?
Well, yeah, we got the right person. Down other names, but
yeah.
So that guy.
But people we know, we would know. They wouldn't even know who P Diddy is. Right?
Yeah, no one cares. To say, but you know, he let Biggie die because he's an asshole. So.
But we all have personal interests. So. Right? Because of the Constitution,
he's a piece of
right?
Shit, so one day, you know, God will judge you, and then you'll be judged. That'll be your life. So live it up now and move on.
I don't think they're gonna want that. I think they're scared.
Oh, no, they'll repent later. Like in 10 years,
but right now,
like, oh,
right now they have the hoes and the drugs and the money, so trust me, they don't care right now, but when they're there, oh, it's going to be real scary.
In your deathbed, you're going to be like,
I don't think I want to be there.
Like, I shouldn't sell out my best friend. That's fucked up. So, I stopped going
Isn't that what happened with Jesus? He got betrayed, right? There's some shit like that happened when he got betrayed, and then he got hanged on the cross just like Tupac on his album.
He didn't give up. But Jesus never gave up. Jesus even came back to save you.
Yeah.
So.
Because Jesus showed you can't destroy me, I have no fear.
Well, yeah, he basically showed people, like, you know.
I'll come back. He just came back randomly.
You can live righteously through your whole life and die and still come back.
Didn't he come back randomly? Like when he wanted to and just like, okay.
Yeah.
Did whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah. So my topic is going to be, how do you feel about hair on women and hair on the vaginal part of women, like pubic hair, and how do you feel about armpit hair? So I guess it's a more direct question, and then I'll answer how I feel about it. So how do you feel about pubic hair? Or have you ever been with a girl that had pubic hair?
I mean...
So the question is, have you ever been with a girl with pubic hair?
But I just don't... I'm thinking about it. It's a good question.
Wait.
Like, so I have to think about it. Oh. It's like my brain is processing shit. Like, thinking about it.
Yeah, I know, you don't have time to think about it though.
Oh, shit.
So,
no hair on women?
How do you feel about it?
No hair on women? Okay. Well, I feel like, you know, if it's their choice, then it's fine.
No, I mean, have you seen a woman with pubic hair? Have you slept with a woman with pubic hair?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Have you or haven't you?
I think so. I don't remember.
I mean, how do you not know? Have you seen it or you never saw it?
Yeah, but it's not something I like start walking with.
So it's like Bigfoot. like you saw the Bigfoot. Wasn't sure you had a video camera out.
You just look and you're like, oh, cool.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that's a no then, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like
so majority
about like my girlfriend and then I don't know, like go to work and like doing what I want to do, stuff like that.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, have you?
Yeah, I guess I don't.
No, it's a yes/no question.
Yeah, I don't think I pay enough attention.
No, so no.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about it? Do you prefer a girl with pubic hair or no pubic hair?
Since I would want whatever they want to do, and then I would just be like, oh, that's fine. Like, cause then I'm probably doing something they don't like, and then they have to put up with it.
Yeah, that's not the question. I'm asking if you like it or not. It's a yes or no question.
I'll go both ways.
Okay, let's say in a perfect world, right? It's like a yes or no. Like, would you prefer a girl with pubic hair or not?
No, we'll do both. It's fine. Yeah, I am flexible.
So, doesn't matter, no preference.
No preference.
What about hair on the arms or hair on the armpits? Do you ever have that?
It's fine, because I think it's like you gotta shave all the time. I'm fucking hairy.
So, that's cool.
Yeah, because I'm hairy. It'll be like, I'll be too messed up. Like, it'll be like, oh, well, you're fucking, like, super hairy. Yeah.
So.
Okay. That's why I say that.
Alright, well, you know, me personally, I just been with chicks that are shaved. And so, you know, I always thought, like, it's kind of weird because it's just like, I mean, I guess I got programmed with the first girl you slept with, because for me it's like, I slept with a chick, she was shaved, so I guess that was normal. And then you see like in porn, like all this shit that people are shaved.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you go through your whole life and you just meet girl after girl and they're all shaved and you're just like, okay, I guess this is normal. But then you always like see those old playboys and you see a girl with a bush and you're like, oh, I wonder how that is, or what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Like people naturally have hair. They have pubic hair and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like that matters. So anyways, I'm just going to say recently I saw some pubic hair on a woman that I slept with and I actually felt like that was attractive and normal and healthy, and I actually would say I liked it. And now I might feel very indifferent by seeing chicks who are shaved. But my other point about why I bring this up is because what I think, my philosophy, because I believe in subconscious thinking, is that they program women to basically be shaved because if you think about, well, when you start growing your pubic hair is when you're a teenager, right? So if you think about what shaveness looks like, that's pre-puberty. So that's some like pedophile shit that they're subconsciously programming you to like. And my whole theory is it's the same thing with why women like guys who are shaved, because they want to look at little boys all day. And it's this whole program thing of like, oh, it's good looking, look at shaved people. But men in general, if you can grow out hair, you have a big ass fucking beard. And that's basically being a man or being a human being. So,
Lord of the Rings, the guy with the long
well,
beard.
that's the thing. It's like, that's like, you being a male, So when you're shaved, you just look like a little boy. So to me, it's a subconscious like pedophilia thing, and through more and more generations, because you think about, like, I remember my dad's generation, they would talk about how women weren't shaved, and it's just in our generation that they got shaved. So why are they trying to make it this whole pedophilia thing that like in our generation
people think the same?
Well, think about how it's going to affect us, in our kids' generation or their kids' generation. Like how fucking, they're never going to think like a woman having a bush is, a real thing. I mean, we already think it's like a fucking extinct dinosaur or something, like seeing vaginal hair or a woman with armpit hair. So, plus it's healthy to have hair to begin with. It protects all your organs and your veins. And it's one thing, this article I was reading about what pubic hair does, it stops the friction, so it actually makes it slicker for you to actually do what you gotta do. And so when you actually are shaved, it causes friction because it's skin on skin, like if you rub your hands together, you get that heat friction, but if you have hair in between that, you want to have that friction. So that goes to show that, this is just Babylon subconsciously changing your DNA, changing your thought process of what's attractive and what's not. So my thing for people is to, everyone should just grow out their hair, grow out their pubic hair, and, be yourself. That's, everyone wants to talk about...
It's crazy they're gonna look like Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, but everyone wants to say, like, be yourself, if you're a transgender, a homosexual, whatever, but, like, what about the hair movement? Why don't people fucking grow out their hair and be themselves? So...
Because they're being a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, everyone's being a fucking asshole, so just be yourself. Quit being an asshole and be yourself, so... That's all I have to say about the hair thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your next topic?
The Ouija board?
The Ouija board?
The Ouija board.
Alright, what do you gotta say about that?
I seen an article about how, like now there's like a Ouija board, like, sofa set, and it's like the carpet is the letters, and then you got the seats are the things you use to move it, or the little thing you move.
What?
Yeah, I have a picture of
the seat? Wait, how do you guide the compass?
No, my whole topic though is how now there's a coffee table, and then there's phone cases.
What's your topic? About the Ouija board?
Yeah, that there's
so the Ouija board is a coffee table, and there's a
phone case of it, so you can play it.
So you can play the Ouija board everywhere.
Yeah.
So then what's your point about the Ouija board?
What's up with that? I don't understand why they're doing that.
You want to know what the Ouija board is?
Well, yeah, I don't know what it is. I kind of have an idea, but I don't get what... Does it work?
Well, supposedly it's like the way to connect to the other dimensions, and but it's more like it has to do with channeling. So when you're playing the game, you're like opening up a portal, or you're like channeling stuff because you have like, it's like when you go into prayer.
of messages?
No, well, it's like opening up a portal to contact with things outside of the 3D realm.
Oh, the fourth dimension?
No, I don't know what dimension it's in, but it's like when you like go in a church and everyone's praying, it's like you're bringing energy to like summon something, if it's like Jesus or whatever. So when you're playing the Ouija board, it's basically you're bringing up that energy level and you're summoning things to kind of, channel inside of you to contact to you, 2-3 people, and so on, vice versa. So I think it's kind of weird that you bring that up. That's in tables and phone cases.
There's a phone case now that it has it in the back. Here are the letters.
Well, that's weird because that's all satanic shit. So like, if they want you to basically be channeling and summoning things on your iPhone, that's fucking weird. And if they want you to summon shit on your table when you're like drinking some coffee or watching some Netflix,
and I wouldn't be surprised if I see a T-shirt
one.
of that, like where it's just like you just need like the little thing to move it.
Well,
like,
the big thing is like, why at this point in time do they feel the need to do that? Like, that's kind of pretty much satanic shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see a movie about that.
There is a movie about the Ouija board.
I think I've seen it. It was pretty scary.
Yeah, it was alright. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, if you want to go on that realm and be in Babylon, then you go do that, but,
stay away from it.
I'm not really into it. It's just, it's
you don't care for it.
It's too much satanic shit, man. It's like, what are you gonna do when you contact the other realm? Like, what are you gonna ask them? Huh? Like, what would you ask them?
Nothing, because I'll get scared if I get an answer.
Yeah, so okay, you ask them like what? Like, what would be your first question?
Like, what am I gonna be doing like 20 years from now?
And he's like, you're fucking dead, and then what? Then you freak out?
Then I'll be like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh yeah, I see. But like, well, I know what I'd ask a dead person. I'd be like, I don't even care, dude. Like, you're dead. I'm not dead. Or
if that becomes a hipster thing, I'll be pissed.
What was it, a trendy topic?
No, I mean, I'll be pissed if it becomes a hipster thing, like a cool thing to do. Because then everybody's going to have it. And it's just going to be annoying.
Well, it probably will be. And then you'll be like channeled into everyone you talk to and sleep with. And be pretty Babylon.
Not a good idea. So what's your next topic?
I'd say, I think I already wrote that, basically. So, do you believe that, what's your thought on video games nowadays? Like, do you think, like, they're making better video games, or, I don't know if you're a big fan of video games. What's your thoughts on it?
I think, like, the market of, like, old video games is just going up because people just want to play the shit we were playing back then. 64, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. Like, that shit's becoming hot commodity, just the old cartridges and shit. Like, I remember back then I went to Target and got Driver 2 for PlayStation. That was like, blew my mind. That game was like my favorite game, one of my most favorite games. And then I had Gran Turismo that I got introduced by this guy when I went to this video game shop like in Anaheim. And we asked him like, oh, what's the best driving video game I could get? Like, what do you recommend? I talked to him, right? It's kind of weird, right? Nowadays you don't talk to people. But I asked him and he told me Gran Turismo, and it's like the best game I ever played.
Oh yeah, Gran Turismo, the first one was pretty dope.
Yeah. But ahead of its time, but yeah, I'm just saying.
But I was saying, like, do you think they make good video games nowadays?
No, because
like, do you play video games nowadays?
No, what's happening is video games are not evolving. Like, I read in this article where somebody mentioned that yeah, the graphics are getting better, but that's all that's changing. Nothing else is changing. It's all the same formula. Like, oh, it's the same gameplay. Like okay, FIFA, you do the same stuff, but it's not game changing. Like, it's just better graphics. The gameplay is not changing. It's just the graphics are getting better. It's like stuck in the same time. Like, come on, bring something new. Like Nintendo, it's not doing as well, but they're at least trying to find the next big thing. Like, I don't know, I mean, yeah, PlayStation and Xbox, all they really do is just create better graphic games, I think.
Well, so they basically suck.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so like, my thing was that,
Step it up.
well, no, it's like, basically, I noticed that after PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 kind of fucking sucked. Like as far as video games, like they didn't really make shit. It's like PlayStation, they make. So here's the thing: when you have shitty graphics, you have to make a good game because you don't have graphics.
Yeah.
And when they start having better graphics, then
we could get lazy on the gameplay. Well,
they didn't make a story anymore. So if you notice, like their RPGs went away. Like those are my favorite games, where you like sit there and play for like fucking 1,000 hours on the fucking video game, and you know what the fuck was going on. You're like reading dialogue and figuring out.
It's like a movie you get to control.
Yeah, but you know, nowadays there's no RPGs. It's all action. It's all like fast-paced games that basically tell you where to go, and it's like very boring. And the big thing now what they're doing is they're selling add-ons. So I don't know if you played video games lately, but basically they sell like. They make a shitty game basically, right? And they sell it to you for $60. Then they go like, oh, we're gonna come out with extra things each month, and they'll sell you like bits and parts. You can paint your gun a special way on Call of Duty, or you can
some
shit like that. So basically,
you write a little better. Like it still the whole structure of like, like you got money, you get to do more things. You don't got money, you don't get to do.
So you go from like a $60 game to like down the road, this game costs you $200 just because you want to be cool or want to try out some new shit. But yet there's still no fucking story. It's just like you can paint your weapon or buy a new tune or some gay shit.
I got a question though. Would it be sweeter to beat somebody up that bought all that shit and they didn't earn it, or would you like more killing just somebody normal in the game, like Grand Theft Auto? Like, what would be more sweeter, killing that guy that bought that freaking
okay,
the item that you could only buy?
I play a game that you buy like skins and shit, and I never thought about that, about being the character with the skin. But I know people sit there and like, oh, you bought a skin, you garbage trash can, like you suck. Like, why do you buy the skin, you loser? And for me, it's like I don't even care. It's just like I just want to either win the game or lose the game. I never really thought about if they bought a skin or not.
Oh, okay.
But I guess there's that thought process where people do give a shit, like they wasted all this money, but it could be like some super rich guy who could give a 10 cents about spending on a skin, and you're some poor kid in Africa or anywhere.
You can barely afford the game.
Yeah, and you can barely play the game, so you're just talking shit to troll. So. I mean, I don't know, there's different perspectives, but I just never really cared about that. All I really care about is a good quality game, which doesn't exist.
Gran Turismo 2 is disappointing. Like, we keep getting the same shit, but it's just like better graphics. It's like, come on.
Number 2 one you said sucked?
No, just like
I think
the
like
newer ones. Like, they're kind of
the new ones like.
Because I'm waiting for the PS4 one, because that's just going to be badass.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking garbage. They're probably gonna make you buy to upgrade your car. I bet you that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you want to make a sick car? It'll cost you $30.
So Monopoly?
Well, what?
Monopoly? Like they.
No, yeah, that's how they're making money now. Is by basically Monopoly. They're like charging you for shit.
Yeah.
But they figured out through all the games on your phone through apps, because they would basically give you a free app or you can play part.
And now you gotta pay for PS4 fucking subscription. What's up?
I don't know. I don't pay for it, so I know I like to like I bought the PS4,
but PS3 you don't gotta pay for it on the network. It's free. Now you gotta pay on PS4 to play online.
Yeah, but I never played online anyways.
Oh, okay, but yeah,
I played online. There's just a bunch of hackers.
Oh yeah, dude.
So fuck that.
I told people like FIFA people are cheating, like this thing is lagging, the hacker did something, and they don't believe me. They're like, oh, nah. And then some of them are like, yeah, but come on, how is it that in the first half I could play really good and then you pause the game and then I start sucking? How does that happen? I don't understand.
Because there's hackers in the PlayStation. Well, that's why like Xbox was cool, because supposedly if you paid for it, there wasn't hackers.
They screen them.
And then now I guess PlayStation does that, but I won't pay yearly to play online. Like
fuck that.
I don't care about video.
Like I said, if I have internet, it should be free.
I said, if they make a fucking game that's worth buying nowadays, that has a good story, I'm just buying the game. If I have to buy the game and then buy shit to play the game, fuck that. And I won't buy another system. I'll say Sony and Xbox and all those game systems are fucking garbage.
But and then what about
garbage? You don't deserve to fucking make.
And then shouldn't the internet be free? Speaking of that, and then we're paying for the internet and then paying to play on the internet on their network. Like I know you gotta support servers, but come on.
Well,
you make enough money. You make enough money. Trust me, they make enough money.
Well, welcome to the world. You pay for everything. Everything you do, you gotta pay for. Nothing free. That's why you can just say, forget it. I don't want this. This is garbage. I'm not paying anymore. And then they're like a lot of the online games that they used to like sell subscriptions to, like no one plays them anymore. So now they're like, oh, we'll let you play it for free. And then even then, people are like, nah, I don't want to play this game. Like some people get into it, but it's just like when games get too Babylon, like just fuck them. Like
don't support.
Yeah, you know, stand
just
up or
say no.
something.
And then I have one that says, let me see where I want to go. I have a lot of things I'm thinking about.
Well, what's your next topic?
I'm just thinking about, I'll just like ease it off and then talk about like Hoover Boards and how like, when I first seen them, I'm like, there's something about these shits I don't like. And then they're all messing up now in the UK where they're like,
what do you mean hoverboards?
Those things that people get on, like the Segway without the stick, they just jump on it, that everybody's on.
You mean like
hoverboards, the things that
they have wheels, right?
Yeah, they have wheels, not hoverboards, but they.
Well, yeah, they're like Segways without the stick.
Yeah. They're all messing up now in the UK. Like they're like having malfunctions.
Well, how do they work though?
I guess I don't know. I guess they have batteries and you charge them, but some of them are like malfunctioning and exploding.
What do you mean, like a bomb? Like they just blow up?
No, not like a bomb. Just like they explode. They're malfunctioning.
So it's like crap out. And
yeah, they crap out. So it's like people are like all upset about it. But I'm just like, I already knew that shit didn't look like safe at all. Riding that shit.
So you're about to buy one, and then you're like, oh no, I'm
no, I wasn't about to buy one, but I seen people because they were promoting it with all the rappers and all the stars were on it, like.
Oh, I never seen that.
Yeah, they were all like talking about
like 50 Cent was.
No, on TV. Yeah, just famous people.
Kendrick Lamar.
Famous people using it just to like promote it, and it's fine. I know you gotta market it.
Kardashians and shit.
Yeah, but I don't know about them, but you know, people like that, and then.
So then a bunch of people bought one.
Yeah, in the UK, and then now they're blowing up, and it's like okay, but it's just funny how like they malfunction and they cost like $300.
$300 not to walk? That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
You're not a hoverboard. You don't like. It's not Back to the Future.
It's like a wheelchair in 2 feet.
Yeah, no, it's like a Segway, right?
Like I'm gonna see ourselves like when we get old, we're gonna be on those, but we're gonna be old people. We're gonna be on them.
But it's not a real hoverboard though.
That's what I'm saying though, but it's just funny.
It's wheels, right? It's
yeah,
like
but
a Segway.
And then people are making fun of it because they say that that's for lazy people.
Yeah, like you don't want to walk. I saw some guy, like some kid was like listening to his music or talking on the phone, and he's like on the sidewalk with this thing, and he's like riding it, and I don't know if he thought he was cool, but I was just like, you can't walk, dude, or like ride a skateboard or push a pedal. Like you're basically like in a wheelchair that's not made for people that can't walk. I don't understand it.
Me either.
But like, is it for rich people? If it's $300, then you know, I guess that's for rich people.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, would I buy one? Nah. I mean, nah. I wouldn't. It's like, what do you need to do that around the city? Like, go fucking walk, dude.
Yeah.
And like, if you want to ride some shit, go buy a dune buggy. Go
maybe
buy
the people were
motorcycle and go to the dunes or something, man.
Yeah.
But if you're on the street riding a Segway, that's not a Segway. It's kind of like lame and not cool. And I don't really know what you're trying to show off.
I'd rather you get on a skateboard, I guess.
Or just
at least
walk,
you're pedaling your way there.
or
now
walk,
you need some battery.
Or
that malfunctions,
run.
Right? Run.
I mean,
run like the wind.
But what's your point? Like how? Like okay, so you're on those Segway-looking things. Like where can you go? Can you just only go on street? Can you go?
And then people jack you for them and shoot you.
I don't know about that.
No, I see. They're in the news. They were saying about that people were getting killed because people were jacking them for it. Because it's expensive and they're on the streets with it. They're using it like a bike to get to places. But then people now know that costs a lot of money and they're stealing it from people.
See, that comes back to the whole thing about how retarded people are. It's like, you should...
If you know it's a dangerous thing that's going to get you killed and malfunction, maybe I shouldn't get it, right?
Well, there's that aspect of it, and there's the aspect of where you're using it at, and then there's the aspect of, like, why are you doing it to begin with? How it's a stupid-ass fucking idea. And then it's just like, I don't know, if I had money, like who would buy that? Like who? Like people in the middle class, rich people, stupid kids. Like I don't know. I wouldn't do it if I had money. I'd drive a car. You know? Even at that rate, I wouldn't drive a nice car.
I don't think they're thinking though.
Like I said, I saw some guy with one, and he was just like on his phone using it. But I was just like, "What's the point, dude?" And like,
he wants to feel higher.
Yeah, I guess he thought he was cool. He was like mid-20s, and you know.
So he's gonna look down on you when he like looking at you. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, I don't care. You know, I'm not all about that.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty fucking.
You better not get shot or malfunctioning on you, right? That's a little bit.
Well,
I'd rather walk. I'd rather walk.
Shame on the guy who goes steal someone's fake Segway and fucking explodes and blows his balls off. Fuck that. That's what you get. So.
Sorry, you keep forgetting the crappy shit.
Nah, you kid got the trial and error of it.
We're sorry about that. Not our fault, obviously.
So I guess my next thing is, what do you think about aliens? Do you think, number one, I guess I'll ask you, do you think aliens are real? It's a yes or no.
I think, yeah, they're possible.
Possible, so it's a maybe.
No, it's possible because of all the how the universe works, right?
Okay. I mean, so I know I'm asking you.
So obviously, I mean, we all know it. We just don't want to like admit to it.
What's your opinion? Are they real or are they not?
Yeah, I think they exist.
Okay, so you think they're real?
I don't know if I've seen them. I mean, sometimes they say hello. I don't know if they say hello.
Wait, so then since you kind of think they're real, do you think you'll see aliens like on TV by the time you die?
If they want to help us, yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, if they don't want to help us, then they won't come.
Alright. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say with the whole alien thing, because I was watching this other thing, this guy is saying how aliens are just like a control system which they made up about like demons to bring fear into you, to kind of freak out about things versus not looking at what's controlling you in this world.
Well, I think like, yeah, if they're trying to like make me like, I feel like powerful enough where like I don't really, they can't even touch me. Like I'm just like bulletproof. Like my mentality is like they'll just fear me because like come on, if you know who you are and shit, they're gonna be scared of you. Like it's no brainer. So like that's why maybe they do things they do, but they know like nobody's scared.
So I guess what I'm trying to ask you is,
you just gotta be fearless.
Do you believe more on the philosophy of this guy saying that aliens is just a controlling mechanism, or do you?
Well, yeah, there's
really
that of everything. Yeah, like they're probably didn't do the U-turn like Kendrick and J. Cole maybe. You know, because there's two sides to like everything. So I think, yeah, there's like good and bad.
Well, but what's your side? Do you think they're made up, or do you think?
No, I think there's good and bad, but I think maybe, I don't know. What if they're like in another dimension? I don't know, or maybe they're not. I don't know.
Well, and you don't know because you haven't seen evidence, right? Like you haven't seen.
No, I don't need evidence. I don't need evidence. I just know how the universe works, so it's possible.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, like, my thoughts on aliens is, my theory is like this: if we exist, and we don't look like anything else on the earth, pretty much. I mean, you can say you look like some things, but there's no other things walking around on 2 feet and building shit and doing shit. But we know there's other planets, or we think we know there's other planets. They tell us there's other planets, but even that probability, there's have to be life forms that act like us, and there has to be things that are more far advanced than us. So, do they exist? Yeah, they exist, because, I mean, if you say they don't exist, then you're just believing that this is it, and this is all that's ever to exist, and there's nothing beyond this, and if there was something beyond this, it's just particles and bacteria and shit like that.
What happens is it's the word. Like the word they're using, like it's what they call like a Hispanic person crossing over the border. What is he labeled as?
An illegal?
Alien.
Well,
So you see what I'm saying? They just classify like that. But then you see...
I mean, if you want to say,
you
do you
it's-
believe in other humanoids? There's other human species out there in the universe.
Well, yeah, look at the ocean. How many is there out there? Like, that we don't even know about? So I know there's a fucking Godzilla swimming around there.
Yeah, what?
Like in the ocean, have you ever
think
seen it, how big
Godzilla's
it
in the
is?
ocean?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's cruising around. I wouldn't want to come up. It's pretty fucked up here.
Maybe.
Would you come up if you were
Well,
Godzilla?
that's the other thing. How do you know there's not just another humanoids living in the deep ocean? Right
And then
now?
what if a person considered Godzilla like an alien type of thing? It doesn't have to look like how you see it in the movies.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're just pre-programmed thinking Godzilla's Godzilla, and it's not.
It's just an alien.
Well, that's
It's a
my
fish,
thing.
but
Well,
it's like
here's
we
the-
see it
well,
from-
that brings up the other topic about.
Come on, crocodiles are dinosaurs.
Well, but that's the other thing. It's like, how do you know there's not other humanoids living inside the Earth, in the water of the Earth,
They
in the
survived in the
mountains?
water. Come on, they
Like,
survived in the
really,
water.
all you see is what's living like on the land of the Earth.
The
But-
sea lock monster. Come on.
But yeah, you didn't seem like every indigenous person. Like you're only shown like celebrities and
Yeah, like
famous
I'm
people.
not gonna lie. I'm scared to go to the ocean because I just like think like there's some crazy shit out there.
Like
To be real, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh
creatures-
yeah, I feel comfortable being in the middle of the ocean of nowhere,
Like
where I don't know where
creatures
I'm
are gonna
at.
like suck you into the water.
Yeah,
and, like
who
you're
knows?
never gonna come out.
Come on, these big ass boats go down. Oh, they don't go down because of
Well,
the
yeah, the
iceberg.
ocean's pretty unknown, and you
But
know,
they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, the boat malfunctioned and we had a big crack on it, so we just went down. But not a lot of people died.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, the ocean's unknown, the life's unknown, and I mean, so my theory, back to my question,
It's like
do
being in the
aliens
jungle.
exist? Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
in the
there's
jungle.
no-
Come on,
There's
in the
no,
jungle.
and yeah, then you got the deep, deep jungle that God knows what's in there either.
But we're
And
mowing it down so we can find out.
you'll never know. I mean, think about in mountains. How do you know what's in all the mountains? Do you know what lives in there? Like, are you getting? How there's so much land that people act like they know what's in there, but they don't know shit.
When I was driving across country trucking, like I seen so much like land that can be used that I was like, oh my god, I could have like a whole little city here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because, like, you even drive around anywhere and you can see, like, how much land is, like, everywhere, and how much
We all want
land...
to live next to each other because we're like scared.
No, I don't want to live next to anyone.
But that's how
I would
they
go live
feel.
in a farm. Like, if I could, I would basically go live in big acres of land, and I'd have, like, a tribe. Like, I'd have 10, 20 people that I know. We would all farm together, and we all basically, you know, everyone had their family, and then I guess you need to inbreed with other tribes, so like other people.
You're
would
creating your own
eventually-
little city.
I'd claim, yeah, but it wouldn't be like a fucking metropolis.
But you would make the U-turn. You wouldn't keep going straight.
No, like I would build up like my group, but I wouldn't build it up crazy.